There are many resources and tools at your disposal to help you get more information and hopefully come up with a winner. Equibase, perhaps foremost among all those tools at our disposal. And we're so happy to have the president of Equibase, Kyle McDoniel, joining us to talk a little about something that's been a real buzz of late on social media. Kyle, talk about Equibase Rating that Santa Anita is the first to introduce here. I know this has been something a long time in the making, in the planning, so tell us a little about the background, how it came to be, and what it's all about.
No, absolutely, and this has, you're absolutely right, and thank you for having us today, but it really is a project that's been a long time in the making. I think there has been talked about for a long time. Back at the Jockey Club Roundtable in 2020, Sal Sinatra gave a presentation about how a rating system, like those used in other jurisdictions outside the U.S., could be really beneficial for U.S. racing, especially when it comes to situations where maybe you have a horse that you don't want to run in a claiming race you'd like to hold on to. I've certainly put a lot of horses in my virtual stable on Equibase that when I meet different owners and they tell me about their horse and they're excited about it, and I'll send a congratulatory note and stuff when they win, and sometimes they're like, yeah, but it got claimed. And so what we were trying to do here is really provide not a replacement but a complement to the claiming game, and really develop a rating that allows racing secretaries to put together a really competitive field. And we think that over time, as we start to figure out the right way to implement this, that there will be a lot of hopefully fuller fields, really competitive fields, and we think it'll be great for the game.
Well, as I mentioned, Santa Anita is the first out of the gate with an actual rating on the overnight for one of the races. So tell us exactly what the rating is.
So the rating takes into account. So first, I'll say it's not a speed figure.
Okay.
It's not a reflection of the performance in a single race. It's really more of a reflection of the body of work of a horse, and then what we predict is going to happen next. And the intent is not necessarily to use it to handicap the race itself, but it's really more about how do we give racing secretaries a tool to create competitive fields, potentially get some of those runners that wouldn't be entered otherwise a chance to run, and help move the game along.
So with that in mind, is the goal to basically give racing secretaries and horsemen something concrete to be able to categorize their horse?
Absolutely. This is really a way to try and categorize different classes of competitive horses together. We've spent a lot of time on this process over the past year, working with a number of different advisory groups, including public handicappers, some big horse players, horsemen, owners, racing secretaries, breeders, sales companies, and really tried to understand from every aspect how this could impact racing and how we make sure that we get it right. And so we've taken a lot of that input, and we're going to continue to take input. What I would characterize the race coming up in Santa Anita is really a soft launch. So we've got all the production work to be able to write the race. We have every horse that's had at least 2 races in North America has a rating on Equibase. That actually went live earlier today. And then you can also, if you want to learn a little bit more, Equibase.com/ratings. We've got a frequently asked questions put up there so that people are able to really learn a little bit more. But this is something that we're going to be actively working with different tracks. We already have several other tracks beyond Santa Anita, but since we got the production work done and they were excited to get started and get a race in this meet, we got it out on the overnight a couple nights ago. They'll take entries on the 19th, and then hopefully have a nice race on the 24th.
Well, I know that you say it's a soft rollout of this, but given the industry, which tends to be rooted in tradition and a little tough for change, I know it's a big celebration and an accomplishment just to get one of those on the overnight. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think we'll all look forward to seeing where it goes.
We're excited about how it's going to evolve, and we're still going to be looking for a lot of input from horsemen, a lot of input from racing secretaries and track management, so we make sure that we evolve this right. And if we see outliers that we need to adjust, we'll make those adjustments. But it's great to have the primary body of work done and be out of the gate.
Kyle McDoniel, I appreciate you stopping by. This is really exciting.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Another tool, again, this time for racing secretaries, racing offices, and horsemen to make for a better and more competitive sport.